This is the Halting Winter podcast. My name is Seth Winterhalter. I'm your host. Halting Winter exists to help business owners align their products and their teams toward a clear and compelling mission in order to scale and soar. Are you a business owner and you are trying to grow your business, trying to scale your business, and you're running into obstacles, feeling the overwhelm of all the different aspects of that business? We would love to come alongside and help you get a better understanding and use a better framework to really be able to know your business, to be able to grow your business, and to be able to soar. Remember, birds don't soar by flapping their wings continuously in panic and anxiety. They soar by spreading them and using the air currents to glide. That's what we want to help you. Enjoy the ride. Enjoy your business. Enjoy every day of work as you continue to bring good to the world. Today and this week, we're going to talk about marketing. I'm going to take 3 episodes to give you the 101, the 102, and the 103 of just basic marketing. And again, I'm using the Business Made Simple framework. This is Donald Miller and his organization. Maybe you've heard of them as they were called StoryBrand. StoryBrand is now a part of Business Made Simple. And this comes from the Marketing Made Simple aspect of that program. We believe that a business has 6 primary categories. The cockpit is leadership. You're talking about a plane, right? The cockpit is the leadership. The fuselage or the main cabin is the operations and the overhead. The wings are the products. The fuel tanks. You've got sales. You've got marketing. The cash flow is the fuel. And so, how is your plane doing? How is it? Is it soaring, or is it flapping, or is something gone out on the plane and it needs an overhaul, it needs a fix? Well, marketing is a big thing, and marketing, especially today, with everything is, if you don't have a web presence, if you don't have an online presence, who is finding you? Who is using you? And so, and how you are seen with that presence is oftentimes the first assumption, the first idea that you put in the mind of someone is that if you can help them. And really, that's what we're going to talk about today is how is your brand giving a message? What message is it giving in that first impression? Is that message all about you? In fact, if you look at most websites, it's like personal biography pages. The company was founded at this time. It's founded by these people. We had a dream. We grew up poor, and now we're this. It's all this it's like we're writing a book, a tell-all memoir about us. And is that really going to attract a customer? Is that helping a customer solve their problem? Your customer does not care. I know that this is really just blunt and maybe harsh to you. They do not care about your story. Your story is not solving their problem. Hopefully your product is solving their problem. And so that's where we want to help you understand what is actually better marketing, more effective marketing, especially today when people are inundated constantly. People aren't now going and searching for things. They're being inundated by things. And so your message matters. And if you don't have good messaging, if you don't have good marketing, if you haven't intentionally thought about your marketing from the framework, from the position of your customer, I'll just be honest with you, you're failing. You're losing money right now because of that. And so the next 3 podcasts this week are about marketing and how maybe you can get a better understanding using the brand script, the StoryBrand framework to help lay out your message and marketing in a better way. Again, these ideas are not new to me. Donald Miller and Business Made Simple is a part of that, which I'm a certified coach. And so if you're looking for help to come alongside and maybe take what we're going to talk about this week and put that into practice, maybe you could use some help in thinking through this framework and how to apply that directly to your company. I'd love to help. Hit me up, HaltingWinter.com, schedule a free assessment call, and I'd love to chat with you. Okay, let's dive in. Marketing 101. We're going to talk today about the character and the problem. Number 1, the first thing you have to do when thinking about your message and your marketing is who is the character? Who is the person that's going to hear this? See, most marketing is done for us. We want a message that's pleasing to our ears, that makes us feel good about ourselves and makes our company feel like it matters. Your company matters because it solves problems for people, and those specific people are the characters of your story. You are not the leading character. You are not the main character. The main character is your customer. And so that customer wants something. And so you need to define, this is a great exercise for every company, is to figure out who is your avatar, who is the main customer, who is that character, and have you really fleshed out their life? Have you done a deep dive into what drives them, what motivates them, what compels them, what would attract them to you? Why would they be interested in you? And that comes into number two. Is number one is a character, your avatar, your primary customer, and number two, that character has a problem. That problem is the obstacle in their way from whatever is, right, their happiness, their security, their comforts, their dreams, their hopes. Something is blocking their way, and hopefully your product or your service is going to be the answer to blow away that obstacle, to solve their problem, and that's why they're interested in you. So we have to ask ourselves, okay, who is my character, and have I clearly understood them and gotten into their shoes so that now I can understand what their real problem is? Once I understand my character, and once I understand their problem, now I can speak in a way that gets to their heart, that gets into their mind, that actually makes them compelled to listen and to go, ooh, I'm interested in this. See, we have to create interest. And interest is not created by bells and whistles and features. It's created by solving a problem. What is their problem? And can you speak in a way that makes them perk up and go, oh, this could help me. This could be what I've been looking for. This could be the thing. Otherwise, again, it's a trinket. And hopefully you're not selling trinkets. Hopefully you're selling really something worthwhile that is worth the investment that you're asking for. Again, if you're selling trinkets, that's fine. This probably doesn't relate to you. Go blow unicorn dust and magic, and hopefully get your 10 million sales of your penny things, right? But for those of us who are building companies that have, especially if you're selling something that's more pricey, that's expensive, you've got to be able to get their attention in a way that says, this is worthwhile. This is worth the investment. This is going to solve a problem. This is going to clear an obstacle. This is going to help you get to where you desire to be. So first thing I'd ask you is, do you know your character? And that character's not you. Look over your website. Look over your messaging. Look over your marketing. Is it tailored to you? Are you the hero? Are you the thing that you're trying to kind of boost and make people feel good about? That is not helping you. And it's an uphill battle because let's just be honest, you're not going to win that. There are better people. There are sharper companies. There are companies with bigger budgets that can make the exterior look better, right? This is kind of the race of the Instagram world where, think about it, like if you want to look the best externally, right, you're going to have to pay the best surgeons. You're going to have to live your life just dialed in a perfect diet, perfect training. Your life is going to be consumed by that. And that's really, you're not living real life. You're consumed by making sure that your exterior is living up to the eyeballs. And as soon as something fails, or as soon as you're not shiny and attractive, they're going to go to someone else. And you don't want your company to run that way. You want your company to be internally rooted. And if you're internally rooted, that means you're not caring about your worth and identity. You're caring about solving problems. So to solve problems, you need to know what your customers' problems are. So get in the weeds of your customer. Spend time understanding who are these people, what are their problems, and have we articulated those problems in a way that is in their language, right? Not in your language. Because remember, you have the curse of knowledge. Especially with service-oriented businesses, you have the curse of knowledge. You're going to speak to them in a way that they have no concept. And in fact, you're going to speak. So I also, HaltingWinter does peak performance coaching for individuals. And one of our programs is the Spartan program, which is a 90-day program that helps people transform their body and their mind, right? total transformation of nutrition and training to live a healthy, vibrant life. Really the transformation of a mindset that gets into that, because the reason people are overweight and unhealthy is because of things going on in their mind. They lack motivation, they lack consistency, they lack all this stuff. They have bad relationships with food, shame, guilt, all kinds of things in their mind. But guess what? I can't pitch that program as a mindset program. I want to pitch it in that way. I love speaking about that and helping people see that. But here's the thing. People, they're not at that level. They're not ready for that. They actually don't even want to admit that it's a mindset issue. That's why people are so attracted to fad diets and just total BS about take this pill, drink this tea, and you're going to lose this weight. You want to know why? Because it sounds easy and simple, and that's what people want. And so that's the hard part about marketing and messaging, is sometimes we can feel those of us who are right. We have a company and we're trying to get people to purchase our products or services. We feel like slimy because we're like, man, it seems like marketing is about snake oil. And let's just be honest. In one aspect, it is. Now, it's not snake oil. Snake oil is when you pitch something that does not work in a really false way, right? You appeal to those base desires. Like if you drink this tea, spend $19.99 on this tea, and you're going to lose weight. Like, you're going to their base desires and offering them a product that doesn't work. But you have to make sure that you cannot pitch people at level 8, 9, 10 of what they really need, because they don't want to hear that. They're not ready to hear that. You've got to go to 1 and 2. You have the curse of knowledge. You understand what really they need, but that's what they're going to experience in your program, within your services. What you need to do is get to that 1 and 2. What is the one? What's level 1 and 2 of their base desires, of their needs, of their problem, and how can I speak to it in that way? And then, as I secure their services, or as they buy my product, then I can teach them how to use the product in its fullness. They can get the full thing. Think about, you have an iPhone. You buy that phone, with iPhone or whatever you buy, to make calls, to send texts. Who calls anymore? You buy that phone to do a few things. Now, it does a ton of things, and they'll help you, right? That's why when you open up the iPhone, it's like, hey, here's tips. Here's learn actually how to use this thing. You have the most huge, powerful computer in your hands. Don't just send text with it. But we need to be educated on that. And if they do that in the selling to us, that's why iPhone does not sell all that stuff to you, because it's overwhelm. It's overload. You have to slow down the roll, go to the base things. What do people want? They want they want relationships. And so iPhone is going to sell. You're going to be hip. You're going to be able to have these connections with these people using this technology, and it's going to make you feel good, right? It goes to the base. It goes to feelings and emotions. It doesn't go to technology. That's Microsoft, right? Microsoft and their phone that failed. Let's tell you about all the features of our phone. And people were just like, yeah, I'm not interested. Like, Apple gets to your emotions. They make you want to feel hip and cool and a part of this. We have Apple, the cult of Apple. That's a feeling. That's an emotion thing. And so again, you might say, well, I'm not going to do that. And I'll just say, then prepare to not grow your business. Prepare to allow then, and here's where I've had to do the same thing. So I empathize with you. I had to go through the same thing. So I don't like that either. I want to be more than honest. I want to help people. I want to help. And to help, it feels kind of slimy and shady to operate at levels 1 and 2. But I had to get out of my head and say, no, it's not about slimy and shady. It's about coming to my customer and speaking in the language that they need. When someone has a problem, you don't go and have philosophy discussions with them. You come and meet their need at their level. And then you bring them up in knowledge and in understanding and in application. Okay, so think about it that way. I'm starting the conversation. My marketing, my messaging needs to start the conversation, help them understand at their base level needs, why and wants, really not their needs, but their wants, why they need this product and service. And now I'm taking them on the adventure. Now, as they say yes, now I'm taking them and going to help them move up the levels of understanding and knowledge and application. So your marketing has to start at level 1 and 2. Make sure you're not starting at level 4 and 5 and 6, which is probably where you would go. If you're a 9 or 10, which you probably are if you're an effective business, The lowest you're going to want to go is 4, 5, and 6, but you got to get down to 1 and 2. And this is where you might need some help. You might say, man, we got to get out of our own way in this. We don't have fresh enough eyes. Well, give us a call. Hit us up, HaltingWinter.com. Let us help you figure out who your character is. Maybe you have too many characters. That's not going to help too. If you have too many, if you're trying to reach the whole world, let's narrow that down and start with who is the character? Who is the person who's going to buy this, who needs this, who this solves their really big problem? Let's start there, right? So if you need some help, hit us up, HaltingWinter.com, SethWinterhalter.com. You can find me on all the socials. Would love to sit down with your business and help you dial in your marketing message so more people can find you, more people can use you and buy and invest in your products and your services. Tune in next time, Marketing 102. We're going to go into the next stages. See you then.